My name is Ray P. I've been making music. I'm here right here in Saginaw, Michigan. These chickens ain't concerned, but if they titties is firm, whether they love or they hate, these hoes will all get a turn. Oh yeah, man, like I told you, I was fucking with this producer over there in the UK or whatever, and he ended up putting out a project with Danielson. And I listened to all his projects, but that one with Danielson like stood out. And then I seen that he was like from Toronto, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, my man's is like, you know what I'm saying? This shit sound like some real shit, like some shit from here. You feel me? Like the type of shit I was making already. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like when you hear something from somebody and it's like the type of shit you making, it's like their story in your language. You feel me? Yeah. So you know, you hear that type of shit and you automatically like we related. You know, music wise. You feel me? And I listened to more of his projects and everything. I was like, man, it's like our shit would go good, I think. You know what I'm saying? So I sent it over to him and he listened to it. He was like, yeah, I'm with it. And he, you know, he do big things. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of shit out if you look him up. You know what I'm saying? He been on Griselda projects. He got a lot of his own projects. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit, you know. But yeah, he was down with that. And shit, we banged it out. I put it out. And it got a good response. It got the response that I was looking for. And when I got his verse back, I even told him like 3 months later, like, bro, this verse, like I keep finding new shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we ain't budging, we holding the fucking fort down for a couple ounces. Them scoundrels will bring that 4 pounds. That's crazy. Cause well, I always listen to hip hop. I always listen to rap. You know what I'm saying? My uncle was, you know what I'm saying? He was out here, and I always rode around with him, and he was always stop at Ray's Records and Tapes, get the first, you know, all the new shit every week. You know what I'm saying? He would ride around. He would always rewind, listen to this. He said this, You know what I'm saying? So maybe, I'm just thinking of this now. Maybe that's what made me put the value on the lyrics. Because he would always, oh, he said this. He said, you hear that? And then, you know, then my step pops, you know what I'm saying? My siblings' dad and shit, you know. I'd be in the back seat, he playing that Spice One, that MCA, you know what I'm saying? All that gangster shit, you know what I'm saying? So my mom already played all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Even when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? When I was around when MTV was just cracking, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson Beat It, Beastie Boys Fight for Your Right, and all that shit was out, you know what I'm saying? So you get all that shit. Man, I was a kid, but I was the only kid, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So my mom, she was still young, had me when she was about 20. You know, that's old these days, but back then, you know, 20, well, you know, always a 20-year-old still gonna party and shit, you know, so the music playing and all that shit. I was locked in, but I was always smart. I could always write, you know what I'm saying? Even when I got in trouble at school, they said you're gonna get suspended or you gotta get in this damn poetry contest.
Right.
I said, run that poetry contest, cuz. It was the first time I ever writing some shit, you know what I'm saying? Some springtime shit. Kids would play, you know what I'm saying? Nice day, grass is green, you know, all this bullshit. And they thought it was the greatest shit ever. They put it in, they published it in some book, put it at Ruben Daniels and shit. But yeah, so
that's what's up.
That was random as fuck. But then, you know, I knew about like Dayton Family. So this shit was getting close, you feel me? Dayton Family, Top Authority, MC Breed. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is one city away. But as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Flint is still far. Flint is Detroit. Detroit is fucking Florida, really. You know what I'm saying? When you're a kid, shit. So yeah, Flint. So this shit's getting close. I'm like, damn, how the fuck that? You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I started hearing music from Saginaw. And, you know, for the most part, it was a lot of bullshit. And I'm like, how the fuck is they putting that shit out? And then one time I seen Astray. I seen Astray out at the mall. And he was selling CDs. And I'm like, how the fuck is they, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck is this even happening? So in the meantime, now I'm sharpening my blade, you know what I'm saying? I'm writing and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm writing and I'm hearing more music and I'm like, if they could do that shit, I know I can. I know if they, you know, I can't even remember who the people was that I was hearing. Maybe they don't even exist no more, I don't know. But I know it's from Saginaw. And I was like, yeah, I think I can do something better than that. You know what I'm saying? So at least I know I got a spot in the game. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So while I'm writing, my cousins and them hit me up and was like, hey, we down here recording music. We got a program and a microphone. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So hurried my ass down there. You know what I'm saying? We put out a project. Now that I look back, what I fucked up and did is in that project, I was trying to fit all this pre-written shit on this new project. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first time recording, man. That shit sounded trash. That shit had to be like 2007, 2004, something like that. So, yeah, from there, then you just, some people stay and some people quit, you feel me? And I was locked in, you know, my pen was already there. I just had to find my way on the music, on the beat, and you know how to sound right and shit.
Okay. Raise the bar again. That was my shit.
That's when I knew who I was and what I was doing, and you know I never really cared what nobody else was doing. You know what I'm saying? I was always, you know, trying to put together, you know, my thing. But I think by the time, cause I did the group thing with my cousins and them. And you know, you gotta fit into that. And then when I came home, I started recording. I'm like, nah, I can record with my dudes, you know what I'm saying? I had a couple guys that we was recording, doing that shit. And then I was making one-man party at the same time, and I was just grabbing a bunch of beats that was anything that was available. So by the time I got to Raise the Bar, is when I found some Saginaw producers, and you know what I'm saying, I could really work with people, get in the studio, and I wasn't recording myself no more. 80 was recording me over with Dream Entertainment, and I could just, you know, do what I had to do. And I knew where I was going, you know what I'm saying? I knew where I was at and I knew where I was going. And that whole project, another thing with that project, I made that whole project while I was taking care of my mom, you know what I'm saying? She got sick. So I was writing that shit like in the hospital, in the nursing home and all that shit. But I pictured where I was going with it. I knew what I was doing with that. I named it Raise the Bar because I knew I was gonna raise the bar, and I was letting people know that Ray is the bar. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I felt at the time, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of just making that kept my mind off a lot of shit. So I could see how that project was leaking into my real life, and my real life was leaking into that project, and it just, you know, and as an artist too in the studio, it just all came together. That was the one for me. And from there, it just kept growing. Their age, some of them are relevant, some of them ain't. Can't blame your age on your work ethic. You know what I'm saying? If you used to be a rapper, you used to be a rapper, and there's no reason to talk about it. If you're still rapping, then probably relevant and doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? So, really no difference. You know what I'm saying?
No difference.
It's got to stay. Yeah, there's people still from back then who's doing it now. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, either they changed with the time or they stuck to their guns and they still doing what they're doing or whatever. But yeah, you know, really what happened is they got older and life got in the way. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens with everybody. There was a time where I quit, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, I wasn't making music. You know what I'm saying? Life got in the, not in the way, but shit, I had shit going on, and you know, I was done fucking making music for a minute. So a lot of people do that too, and then some people just don't come back. And that's all right, you know what I'm saying? The tools that are available now, you know what I'm saying? Like some of us would have used it. Some of us probably wouldn't. It took me a long time to get in, you know what I'm saying? I kept making music, but as far as like how to put it out and everything, it took me a little while to get hip to the times. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so I had to get out of that CD era. You know what I'm saying? I had to kind of educate myself on how people are consuming the music. Stuff like that, because I was still making the music. I wanted to make music, but I wanted to get it to as many people as possible. So, yeah, you just gotta figure out You know, the music don't change. You know, making the music and all that shit don't change.
Right.
It's how you get it out, how you deliver it. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. And if you stick with it, that's it.
Right.
But yeah, all the new advances and shit. Like you don't even have to make CDs. You don't have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Distributors. It's distributed across the world already with the internet. Well, what you got? You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. Like like I was saying, when I was seeing these dudes drop music, I'm like, how the fuck is they doing that? How the fuck is they doing that? Now, you don't have to do that. But even if I had the question, how the fuck is they doing that? I can go on YouTube, type it in. I seen a motherfucker at the mall selling CDs. How the fuck is he doing that? And you're gonna find out. And if you give a fuck, you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? The tools are better now, but you know, like they always say, only a fool blames his tools. There's been motherfuckers blowing up in music since the beginning of music with no tools. You feel me? So yeah, the tools change, but you know, it's the artist is gonna be who they gonna be. You know, I guess, you know. Oh shit! When I first met Double R, he liked to do all that shit at once, bro. He liked to bang out the beat, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Write, record, all in one day, man. Hey, for real though, it's a good thing to revisit because I ain't going into detail enough. Bro, when we was making this album back in the day, it was a wild time, cuz. Anyway, he would come over to my crib with all the studio shit. And we'd be in the studio for 18 hours, cuz. Like,
yeah, y'all was locked in.
Yeah, we was on some other shit. It was a bunch of wild stories. We'll leave those where they at, but. So now, we just link up, we make the beats. Real interactive process, you know what I'm saying? We listen to shit. Yeah, I like that. I like this. And yeah, he makes it right there, you know what I'm saying? He don't even like to make a beat before I get there and say, oh, look, I got this. That shit never happens. We're always working together, you know what I'm saying? By the time he gets done with that beat, I pretty much know the flow, all that type of shit. But he'll email it to me, I get the beat, I gotta go home with it. I might not even start writing right then and there, because after I sat there for 4 hours while we was making the beats and shit, I don't want to hear that shit for a little minute. Because I'll take a couple days, and then once I get a little feeling, I'll go ahead and lock in. But I gotta go home with it and write that shit, you know what I'm saying? I gotta write some songs, you know what I'm saying? I gotta, even if they're not fucking morals to the stories and shit or whatever, you know, I gotta put some thought into the bars, you know what I'm saying? I wanna say some shit, you know, so it's two different processes, but I like them both. At One Man Party, I got Raise the Bar, then I did The Good Son, and then from there I had 4 mixtapes, Conversation Piece 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then now I got Della Croce EP, and I got Spark Steakhouse EP. And a few singles and shit out there too. Mm-hmm. I like The Good Son too. You know what I'm saying? That's a good album. Like I went crazy, like lyrically. Like sometimes, man, I go back and listen. You know, I hate to, like I don't like to be, you know, trying to put myself like that, you know. But sometimes I go back and I listen. I'm like, damn, you know, I was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate myself. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, you know, we all do. Sure. But yeah. But I like Raise the Bar. I like The Good Son. Yeah, I like these little EPs that I'm putting out. You know what I'm saying? I like those because I ain't got to take so much time. I can give them to the people at a digestible, unforgettable time frame. You feel me? That's the thing. I'm not gonna put out something that I don't like. You feel me? I'm never gonna go way out left and put out some shit that I don't like. I'm not gonna put out a project and it's gonna be a song on there that I gotta skip. You know what I'm saying? Or if somebody listens to it, I gotta say, hey, I was just doing this right here. You know, that ain't the real me. Oh, here there goes the real me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I put shit out that I agree with. You feel me? So it's hard to just pick one. It's like I like all that shit. So I mean, that probably sounds cliche as hell, but I do. It's hard to pick one. I know there's two artists that I like, you know, two of the younger dudes. I think, I don't know how old they are, but, you know, I recently heard them. L. James, I like L. James. And Major the Don, you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that boy good, man.
Yeah. That's
So yeah, I hear those two, and I'm like, you know, I hear a lot of shit that I like, but you say as far as working with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying I wouldn't like the shit, you know, whatever the fuck. But it's like, you know, as far as the music meshing, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, we can always make something happen if we wanted to, you know what I'm saying? We was just fucking around, we was in the stew, and, you know, it was that type of friendship or whatever. I'm sure that could happen, but I'm talking about as far as just hearing somebody and saying, oh yeah, I think we could do this, there, boom, boom. You know, I could hear those two, you know, and me, you know. I've never, well, I spoke to them, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so. I mean, I like it. There's a lot of people making music. For a minute, I was out of touch for a minute. I didn't know it was so many people. You know, I always kept my ear to the ground, but, you know, I was always, you know, I would always hear about 10, 20 people. But coming to find out, it's a bunch of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of that shit is good, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of it, you know, through some of the stuff you've been doing too, you know, putting the corner out. There's a lot of people on there that I see that's good, and I had never even knew about them. You know so that's a good thing right there. I always say that's a good thing. They said that. But yeah, so that's really how you know what I'm saying. I've been finding, you know, hearing a lot of people. Then Instagram and shit, you know what I'm saying. Like when people post shit, I actually go listen. A lot of times people tag me and shit. I untag myself, but I go and listen. You know what I'm saying, because I actually want to hear shit. So yeah, that's how I just kind of stay in tune. But it's a lot of motherfuckers out there right now. I don't know. I just think if everybody just focus on themselves, making themselves bigger, it'll make everything else bigger. Because you can't. Whenever you got anything, you gotta have star power. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody that's standing out. You know what I'm saying? They've always tried to do this 989 United. They always try to do that. And that's basically how I met Double R. I invited a bunch of people over to my house and said, let's make a CD with all of us on here. And before you know it, people start dropping off, like, you know what I'm saying? And that was cool because me and Double was locked in anyway. It was like, man, we got, fuck that. We got something cracking over here. So, oh, yeah. If each person was just, you know, trying to be bigger or whatever. I ain't saying you can't be united and collab or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The people you fuck with them. But just try to, you know, put a, you know, couple dollars into promotion. Spend a couple dollars and shit. What I always say is find you a producer and really lock in with them. And find you a good sound, you know what I'm saying? Develop your sound. And when you do that, it makes the product better. And you know what I'm saying, it gets more listeners and shit. Just, you know what I'm saying, just put a, you know, you ain't even got to go crazy. You know what I'm saying, put $20 a week into a, you know what I'm saying, you got an extra 20, drop that shit on promotion, you know what I'm saying? For sure. Because that'll just put your shit in front of people who ain't, you know what I'm saying, just put it across America if you want. You know what I'm saying, that way your shit is coming across the feed on Facebook and Instagram, people that don't even know who you are. You got to put your shit in front of them. And when you do that, it you know, you from Saginaw. You know what I'm saying? So you making the scene better. You know what I'm saying? A better me is a better you, and a better you is a better me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's like not one answer. It's just like everybody, you know, get on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the NBA was the NBA until Magic and Bird, and then that shit dipped, and then you know you gotta have that star power, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody pulling this motherfucker. And you know, whoever that is, it might be one of them young motherfuckers that been on the corner going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of them motherfuckers. They know what they doing, man. Because as the older cat, we gotta learn from them. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Or that's what I do. It's important for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how everybody else feel, but I think it's important. Not you ain't gotta embrace them. You ain't gotta shake their hand, be their friends, or whatever. You know, whatever they want to do is cool, whatever. But I like listening. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? If they hit me up and say share this shit, I will. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, because I hear a lot of shit, and I like all types of music. You know what I'm saying? Everything but R&B. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
No R&B for Ray P.
I don't play that shit. You can't pull up about fucking 10 of them, get no Black and Mild, banging no baby face. You know what I'm saying? I don't play. That shit's embarrassing. Around and the scene was real. It seemed hot to us. You know what I'm saying? When we was in it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe from the outside, looking from somewhere else, it was just just a little smoke signal or something. But when we was in the, you know what I'm saying, in there with the embers, you know what I'm saying, like it was, you know what I'm saying, you was there. You know what I'm saying? We had shows all the time. You know what I'm saying? Those motherfuckers with cameras and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of those people from that time that's doing big shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people. I don't even want to name people because I'll leave people out. There's so many people. So that time kind of birthed a big like entrepreneurship type shit out of a lot of people that was making music, rapping and shit. You know what I'm saying? They went into graphics and videography and, you know what I'm saying, photography and all kind of shit, and clothing, you know what I'm saying, and did well with that shit. That's a lot of people that was from that scene. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about this now. That's not my take that I thought about when I was unloading this shit. Right. Now I'm thinking about that now. And so yeah, with this scene, you know, with the newer people now, you see all these young folks. Just imagine what they gonna be doing. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if they,
it's only gonna be
so imagine if they. Now I'm thinking this too. Imagine if they did tap into the older motherfuckers that did succeed. You know what I'm saying? Where that would put they, not put them, not their brand or they whatever, but put their knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Where that would put them at. So yeah, I mean, it might be important if it's important to them. If that's important to them, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, it is important. But there's so many different ways to do it. You know what I'm saying? Take your shit serious. Put your shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta realize how good your shit is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's good to you, it's good. You feel me? That's my thing, because this is what I always say. This is how I make my music. I make that shit for me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that shit, but I make that shit for me, and cause I don't want to skip shit. I want to play my shit from the top to the bottom. Yeah, you just gotta put that shit out there, bro. Cause yeah, so I make it for myself. So the thing is, if I like it, it's so much shit out there, weird shit, all kind of shit that people like. So if I like this, I'm sure there's a group of other people who will like this. Everything I ever been interested in, there was a group of people that was interested in it. I'm interested in this. There's gotta be a group of people that's interested in it. You have to put it out there so that group of people can see it. You know what I'm saying? I wish, you know what I'm saying, I wish I knew that more, you know what I'm saying, back then. Just get that shit out there, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't know what it was, but I was just like, I'm good, I'm making great music, and that was good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm at the point where I'm good and I'm making great music and I want people to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? You could not even, if you shy, you ain't gotta promote it in Saginaw. Put that bitch on Spotify, put it out there, you know what I'm saying? The world will see it. You ain't gotta fuck with these people if you don't want to.
Right.
Different ways to do it.
Definitely different ways to do it, for sure.
that's what I noticed. You know what I'm saying? I get numbers in Saginaw, but I get numbers all over the world. You know what I'm saying? That's where, like, my top cities and shit, Saginaw is like number 20. You know what I'm saying? You got other countries that's all over the world, France, you know, all that shit.
Right.
That's way above Saginaw. Now, I don't feel bad about that. That's good.
That's great.
You know, because I'm from Saginaw. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, you know, wherever they from, and they see I'm from Saginaw, they might say, let me look up some other motherfuckers from Saginaw. You know what I'm saying?
For real,
that's how it is. That's what I'm saying. You gotta put yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all my shit is like, well, not all, but a lot of that shit is, you know, from all over the place. That was the plan when I was standing in lunch lines. Every second's crunch time. Fuck you and your punchlines. Them lists is good because those are people who don't even rap that are making those. You feel me? So that's people talk. That's people talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people, you know what I'm saying? It's like people talking is people talking, cuz.
For sure.
Would you rather nobody be talking about the scene or whatever?
For sure.
That's cool. That's straight. You know what I'm saying? I wish people would have made lists back, you know, when we was really going crazy like that.
Man, that would
have been crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been funny.
I wish somebody would have been above me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But right now, you know what I'm saying? I'll take 11. Back in the day, it was a different game where you could sit there, you could make an album. Nowadays, these you know what I'm saying, to keep the audience attention, you gotta bang, 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 bang,
you
bang.
gotta keep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that's what some of the older people, you know what I'm saying, some of us older ones don't get, that you kinda gotta, and you know what I'm saying, and even with me being conscious of that, you know what I'm saying, it's still kinda hard to go crazy. As far as all the new shit, man, I listen to a lot of underground music, man.
Yeah.
That's how I found that Danielson, that type of shit, and Rome Streets, and, you know, and then the whole Griselda, West Side Gun, and all that. Mike Homie, man. Then, you know, I got my man DJ Snakes. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. You know, and he real deep in the music, and if I miss it, he makes sure I get it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he you know what I'm saying, we listen to a lot of, I listen to a lot of good shit. I listen to that Freddie Gibbs. It's just, you know, he keep getting his ass beat, but the music is good. Music is good. Every once in a while you gotta throw some bone on, you know, I do. I gotta throw some bone, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole fucking East 1999 shit, or you know what I'm saying, whatever, the whole album. But yeah, for the most part, I just listen to, you know, what's coming out. Not too mainstream. I can't really think of, a new mainstream motherfucker that I do fuck with is Mozzie. Hey, Double R put that shit on for me. And I'm like, yeah, this shit's straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening in my head, I'm like, yeah, this shit's straight. And then he played a song, that motherfucker said, when I go out, I'm gonna go out like my dead homies. When I go out, I'm gonna go out like, I said, yeah. What's his name? What's his name again? Yeah, I've been fucking with him for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Mozzie got some nice stuff out.
Yeah.
Sure, and he been doing it for a while though.
Yeah, see, I ain't know nothing about him.
He was on the ground for a while, like on the West Coast. Yeah, the West Coast, because he know how to really rap.
Yeah. That's why when I heard him, I'm like, okay, he got some bars and he delivered that shit for you.
Yeah, he know how to really rap.
Yeah. I'm just still working on music, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep putting these EPs out. Like I said, I got an album coming out. We got one shot.
Yeah.
The way off of Spark Steakhouse.
Okay.
So yeah, we shot that, and you know, we doing all the editing. You know what I'm saying? Doing, you know, taking the time with all that shit. And yeah, that'll be out. And I did that shit because I don't like doing videos, bro. That ain't my thing. This shit right here ain't really my thing. I don't do this type of shit. So once I did the video, I'm like, yeah, this ain't that bad. You feel me? So yeah, I might bang a couple. You know, it's a couple. You know, my man Double keep trying to. You know, he throw heads. We should do this. I'm with it. You know, we're gonna get a couple of them out there. We're gonna get a couple visuals out there. But yeah, I'm down to work with you know, other producers and shit too. You know, I've been putting together these little 4-song EPs and shit. So if I can lock in with a producer or whatever, like I'm really trying to work with multiple producers at once. You know what I'm saying? That way I could have this project with this motherfucker, this one with this one. I'm always working with double. You know what I'm saying? Because we got shit we got going. We got future shit planned. You feel me? We got fucking long-term booking over here. You feel me? But I like to just get in with other people and just take my style and mesh with their style or whatever, you know.
My dude rock a mask in a car hard. Then strip a bands down to the car parts on guard. So we used to have good hearts, but traded them for the Audis with the push star hats. Buck shaking like Mardi Gras. North side in the paint, young Marcus off, pocket full of Parmesan. Soon on park the yacht, got a tarpon on, less interested.